Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I so look forward to spending time with you. I am here every single day of the year, weekends, weekdays, holidays, your birthday, my birthday, I'm here. And I take 12 of your political questions at 12 noon Chicago time, in Chicago in the US, obviously. Well, not obviously. Good, it's a good chance, but it's the actual Chicago, Illinois. Anyway, and yeah, someday I'm going to replace the batteries, and this is apparently this is a light, and it says Chicago right there. Anyway, that's where I am. Anyway, 10% of all income that comes from the channel goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's an ongoing thing, and we have epic troll slayers. Thank you. You keep us safe. Keep us safe. Thank you. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, if you're watching this on replay, hello. Or if you're here live, you can just go down the description box and the questions are listed there. And for people on replay, they'll be time-stamped. So you don't have to listen to the chat, or if you can always just skip to the next question, or you've got the power. Just down in the description box, you can just click on what you're most interested in. And keep going. And I have 11 questions. So I was just kind of keeping an eye out for a 12th. Mandy, I did not see your question. I did look. And I saw some other people saying that they saw your comment saying, did you see my question, but not the actual question. I didn't see the actual question either. And I did see the comment. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeeks. Okay, Maria has the 12th question for today. It's going to be about the Taliban. Okay. Purple goodness today. Yes, Kay. Yes. All right. Just paste this right in here, and we are hitting the ground running. All right. And we're only at like 2.5 minutes in. So at 3 minutes in, we've got a great question from Polywanda, because is it possible for Polywanda to ask a bad question? I don't know. I doubt it. So at 3 minutes, we're going to start out with something nice. We're going to ease our way. We're going to do something nice before we drop back down into the energy of the gunk. Mandy says I re-entered it. I haven't seen it. If anybody sees Mandy's question, please post it. Grab it and post it under your own name. Just say Mandy asked. So because YouTube's acting up, and I would hate for people to end up really frustrated. And so anyway, Linda, I'm afraid I've got my 12 questions for today. Other than Mandy, I'm just waiting because she's been having real trouble getting her question through. But other than that, I'm here every single day. It's first come, first serve. So it's never anything. If I don't read on your question, it is never anything personal. And it isn't like, oh, you have to do this, or you have to jump through this hoop, or you have to put in this certain emoji. No, it's first come, first serve. So we're going to start with Polywanda's question. Well, let's say at 4 minutes. Linda's saying no worries. Good. In time, will the races mingle until they no longer exist? This is interesting. All right. Dave's saying if we have to wait for the people of West Virginia to understand, nothing will ever happen. Oh, I lived in West Virginia. I lived there off and on the whole time I was growing up. There are good people. There's some good people in West Virginia. There are. So will the races mingle over time until they no longer exist? An end to racism would be awfully nice. Kay, thanks. Please. Floating Lotus saying, yes, we will all be golden. Oh, cat's back. Good. All right. Seven of Cups. Well, it's not as much of a difference as some people make it out to be anyway. Seriously. There's the Chariot. Eight of Wands, Hermit. Moon. King of Pentacles. Oh. I was hoping this would be a lovely, I thought this would be a lovely thing. It's not. Welcome to genetic engineering. Progress going forward, go into an office and look through a book and pick and choose what you want your kid to be like or to have, to look like. And yeah, that's going to be a little upsetting, but for people who are super rich, they just want to give their, they just seem to they just want to give their children whatever advantage they can in a very competitive world. Electra says racism is never lovely. Oh, I hope that's, did I misspeak? Oh, please tell me if I misspoke. Racism is despicable. But getting rid of racism would be lovely. I'm sorry, I'm not getting getting something nice. Benny says, breaking news, the UN and the DOJ is looking into the Texas laws, especially the abortion laws. Number one, the UN, what could they do? And the DOJ, I know, is looking into the abortion law. One of the questions we have here is from, where is it? I just put it in here. Oh, Charlie is number 11. Charlie's asking, well, Garland dropping the axe in the Texas abortion laws. What about the voting? So that'll be number 11. Electra saying, no, you didn't misspeak. I was just saying it was never lovely. Okay. Maria says, awful. It's going to look like Gattaca the movie. A whole new world, and not the cute magic carpet ride Disney version either. There's thanks everyone, I'll re-enter tomorrow using code. Sorry, Mindy. Linda says the UN can put pressure on the US to protect women. How much pressure? It's not like women are being wonderfully protected all around the world. It's not like the UN is making the big difference in human trafficking. And yes, I'm complaining about the ineffectiveness of the UN. I'm not saying it shouldn't exist. I'm saying that but I appreciate what you're saying, Linda. I do. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? That was depressing. All right, so at 9 minutes, we have Fi's question. What does Thurgood Marshall think about the Supreme Court as it stands today? The first American, African-American justice on the Supreme Court, Thurgood Marshall. Sir, Your Honor, where are you? If you have a minute. What do you think about this Supreme Court currently? I'm getting this. It's like it is failing, but it is going to recover. Like this is again the word despicable. What the Supreme Court is falling down into, but it won't. But it feels like this isn't forever. It's not going to stay like this. He doesn't seem worried. He's disgusted by this, but he's not worried. Ace of Wands, the far right. Judgment. Yeah, judgment over my body or other people's bodies. 10 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Until the Supreme Court changes, who's on the Supreme Court changes, it's going to be more of the same. Ultimately, we are going to end up in a better, we'll be in a better position. But this is the far right who are giving money to Republicans, keeping them going. This is the far right taking action to pass judgment. My body is not yours to make decisions about. My soul isn't yours to make decisions about either. It's mine. We are all connected. We're all part of the divine, but my soul is mine. Scorpio's favorite word, mine. Not in the sense of like Capricorn's favorite word, which is class or elegance, but yet fixed emotions. I'm getting a message. It feels like energy of don't worry. It's bad. It's going to be bad. But this is not the beginning of some forever. It's almost like it clears this horrible energy. Maria, please bring Boo Boo's and Kitty. We need his beautiful positive. I'd love to, but he really is sound out. He's on one of the kitty trees in the other room, and he's sleeping. So maybe later. Maybe later. Oh boy. What about Coney Barrett and I Like Beer and Gorsuch and the court's already taking a lot of flack from decisions like this. 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 2 of Wands. It's weakening them, but they're going to keep using this as their message to try to keep people riled up. But this is all very small. This is their teacup keeps shrinking. So the tempest they can build up. I mean, there are only so many times you can blow that whistle or sound that alarm before people are like, eh. We have other stuff to do. So, Mandy, I need better energy now. We're having a whopping thunderstorm. Oh, I hope you're safe. For everyone in the path of storms. Divine, pour your energy down on all the world. All those who are going through storms, all those who need support and love. Fill every soul with divine energy, just bright, shining divine energy. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. He seems like a nice man. It feels like he kind of reached out to kind of pat my shoulder. Seems like a nice man. Okay. At 15:30, Tuxedo Cat had a question. Let's have a look here. Will the January 6 hearings with witnesses start before the year's end? Disheartened by the wait. Oh, I understand, Tuxedo Cat, but you know, they started out with a hearing with the with some police officers, so they're not dragging their feet. Yes, thank you, Justice Marshall. They're not dragging their feet. They're not saying no, we're not really going to get around to that. So let's see. They're going to be ongoing, substantial January 6 hearings at the Select Committee with witnesses this year, because it's already September 7th. January 6th Select Committee hearings. When I read on this, you know, I don't get the chair of the committee. I don't get his energy. I get Liz Cheney. Every time I read on the Select Committee, I get Liz Cheney's energy right there, and she is mad. Not like English mad, like crazy. No, she's yeah. Okay, so that is the Democrats and those in good faith protecting the realm. So that's going to be the people working on the committee and their staff, and they're moving steadily ahead. They're not. I know there are other readers who sometimes call this the false night or what have you, but I don't get that it's necessarily a false night. Maybe it's because I have so much water in my chart, and cups are water signs. But it's a steady, both more liberal and also more emotional, more empathetic, but it's steady movement forward. So it's anyway. 5 of Cups. Oh dear. 7 of. Oh, my stomach just went completely sour. Why? Okay. 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Ace of Cups, Emperor, Ace of Wands. This is how the Emperor, Trump, took action. This is the disappointment in how badly things went on January 6th. This is the thieves. This is the thieves. This is the domestic terrorists. And this is overflowing emotion, but also the rise of this democratic power. It goes along with this. It's right in the center. And it rises above. It's bigger, and the energy is bigger, and it rises above all of this. And it looks over it and brings it out into the open and moves forward towards justice. So, yeah, they're moving. They're definitely moving forward. Let me see. Is it going to be just a few hearings with witnesses, or is it going to be hearings? January 6th hearing witnesses. Many, few. They want Trump. They want Trump and anybody who's talking to him. They're looking. He's the center of that oh, what's it called? The kind of chart you make where you write something, you draw a circle around it, and then you've got spokes of a wheel coming out, and then you've got circles, and then that may have spokes. There's a name for that kind of chart, and my brain just completely went empty. Anyway, it's not a Gantt chart. Gantt charts are for projects. It's one of those. He's in the center. Yeah, he is the center with the circle drawn around him. It's a card right underneath. Yeah. All right, 2 of Pentacles. There's America. Prosecution. Weakening of what the Republicans can do. They're dread going in front of this. It feels like they're going to dread going in front of this committee. Flow chart, pie chart, bubble chart, Fin organization. Thank you, guys. Okay, we're going to see it. We are going to see it. We're going to see these people are going to prosecute very well against people who do not have a good argument. Humming and hawing. So, new in Washington, D.C. Not even actually remotely new, but we'll call it new. Let's, Republicans, come on down. And you are the next contestant in the umming and awing competition. Oh, that deflection wasn't very convincing. And he took a drink of water. That's going to cost him. Edie Smith about Trump possibly going to an embassy. I've got that on the list. Okay. So we have that to look forward to. 2230. Oh my gosh. When I was taking this question down, Rhonda, about Elijah McClain, I felt like I've been just slammed in the chest right there. What does Elijah McClain feel about finally getting a little justice in his case? Bless you, bless you, bless you. Divine energy, pour down into Elijah McClain. Ease his pain. Ease the pain of all of his family and all who know him. Fill them all with the highest vibration of the most loving divine energy. Well, there's been a little bit of justice. How do you feel about that? I'm only going to pull 3 cards. I don't want to disturb. Page of Wands. That's him. Okay. 10 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. Page of Cups. It's a little something. It's something, but I'm actually going to kind of just send absolute blessings. As the divine just pour positive divine energy into Elijah McClain and his family and everyone who cares about him. And I'm going to respectfully back out of this energy. Things are still in flux, and I don't want to mess things up. Okay. It's goodish news. Okay, let's move on. 25. Kevin McCarthy. Oh. From the unspeakably tragic to the unconscionably moronic. Will Kevin McCarthy get in trouble for obstruction of justice? 25. Okay. So, Kevin McCarthy and the dumb dozen. I know they're calling them different, the dirty dozen or what have you. They're dumb as rocks. Actually, I saw the letter. I only saw 8 names on it. Did I miss? Is there like another page of names? This edition is blanks. So Kevin McCarthy, king of the blanks. I swear sometimes when I'm going to read on this guy, it's like he needs to, like, he's got where you get a piece of wood and you're doing this to start a fire. You're trying to get some up here. So what, feed the squirrels? He's childish. He's not that bright. And he has the emotional intelligence of a rock. So is he going to get in trouble for obstruction of Congress? McCarthy. Whew. Knight of Pentacles. It's this knight. If there's a false knight, to me, it's this one who's just so stuck in their ways and focused on the material. It actually, they when this goes bad, they get so focused on the material that they can't actually move forward. Fighting for Republican. I'm not gonna. I've said what I've said. I said what I said, and I'm going to stop there. 7 of Cups, 8 of Wands, Page of Cups, 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups. By the way, did you guys see him go on television and say that, well, the government has looked at Trump's involvement in January 6th and found he's not culpable for anything. He's not, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not guilty of anything. He didn't have any, he didn't do anything wrong. He just made that up. There's nothing in the government that has said that. There's nobody in the government who has said that besides his fantasy, his complete fantasy. And then they're trying to run the playbook. He's trying to run Trump's playbook without Trump's dark charisma, which comes a lot from his surety of vision. It's a nasty vision, but he's sure of it because he's a narcissist. McCarthy, I mean, you can run that video. Was it on the 13th or something, where January, McCarthy went on the floor and said Trump needs to be held accountable. Anyway, so trying to run this, but he's just no. And even the most freshman of freshman Democrats and interns know that this is not going to work. This is not going to influence. This isn't going to stop anything. This is my card of somebody going to jail. And this is my card of Democrats high-fiving, celebrating finally there being something. But someone going to jail, it might not be McCarthy. Let me see if I can get more information. Because there are definitely people here going to prison. Let's see here. Look at the chat while I'm shuffling. McCarthy, are you the one who's going to be, just do 3 cards. Are you the, apparently not. I've got cards falling out. Oh, there's information that's going to fall out. Stuff that's like, oh, really? And that fell on the floor. That jumped out of the deck. 3 of Swords, legal heartache. He's just trying to placate the base of Trump's base. What? Oh, no, just Trump's been cleared. No, he hasn't. Just give them anything. Just say anything. 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Dude. 7 of Wands. Look, I've said this before, and I think I'm just getting cynical because I've seen these people get away with so much, and the idea that, yeah, you can prove that they talked to Trump, you can prove sort of, you don't have a recording, but you have secondhand information or someone listening in who heard them say to Trump, call off your dogs, and Trump just saying, well, I guess they care more about this than you do. Is that enough for people to actually lose their jobs, end up in prison, all this kind of stuff? Should it be? Absolutely. Will it be? I have trouble. It's like, what? I've seen these people get away with so much. So anyway, but these cards are dire, and the cards I keep getting for this are dire. Like, they should be freaking out. They absolutely should be freaking. The energy I get is they should be freaking out. They are freaking out, and they're worried they're going to be in huge trouble. And I'm just like, for what? Not that what they did was blameless. Au contraire, but I mean, it's reached a point where sometimes I honestly, it's like Trump could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and he wouldn't get in trouble. And I know that's not true, and I'm trying to keep positive, but the cards, we're listening to the cards, and the cards are saying every day we read on stuff like this. These guys on September 6th, on January 6th, the insurrection, the people in Congress who were involved, they are in big trouble, and there's stuff that's going to come out that we don't know. Okay. Linda says, I'll say that they'll pay, and I keep saying when. I hear you. I hear you. But at least they're working on it. At least things are moving in the right direction, and thank you for voting this man out of office. Thank you. Oh. All right. Let's say the people involved in all of this is huge. The number of people, yes, there is that. Yeah. Paula says, just remember, he who laughs last. Yes. So, Mary's saying, I agree. I think the truth will come out. I think that's where we are. I just keep getting the message. Things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. And I do tell you, there are good days ahead, which I firmly believe down to my toes. So. All right, let's move on. 35. Okay, Cheryl had a question, but I am a little worried about reading on it as the question was. The question was, will the current vaccines be effective against the Mu variant? That comes too close to me in my head to possibility of this being taken as some kind of medical advice. Do not take medical advice from anybody on YouTube. You can take ideas, but then take them to people who are accredited. Seriously. And the only thing I feel like I am in a position to do is repeat what people at the CDC have said. And just ask that everybody, everything you do to stay safe with these variants floating around, just try to do maybe one thing extra. Whatever you're doing now to stay safe, wearing your mask or wearing gloves or wiping things down, whatever you're doing now, just wipe one thing down. Maybe you did last year, but you stopped doing, or being careful about one thing. Don't change your whole life. But just be that little bit safer. Just a little bit. So it doesn't disrupt your life, but it helps the chances that you're going to just skate through this and be safe. That is my hope. But I do feel like I could ask a general question like, will vaccines keep up with new variants? General type. Not talking about a specific variant, not talking about anything like that. Just a very broad. That I do feel like I don't mind reading on that. That's very general. Vaccines, because they're coming up with new vaccines as well. Polywanda, please don't give up breathing. Okay. Knight of Wands. Okay. Illness. King of Swords. This is your Fauci. This is your person organizing vaccines. Vaccines. This is where it starts. People getting sick, variants. People organizing vaccines, getting the vaccines. So they can try all they want to do damage. These variants can try to damage all they want, but ultimately we get this under control. We will get this under control eventually. Just keep yourself safe, keep your family safe. I know it's a pain in the rear end because I'm putting on my mask when somebody comes to the door. I'm putting on my mask. I put on my mask there. The Stan, when he came the other day about the internet, when Rob was here, the 2 times Rob was here, he always wore a mask. Thank you. But Stan showed up at the front door. He wasn't wearing a mask, and I just opened the door just a tiny bit and said, "Do you mind wearing your mask?" And I was already wearing one at that point. He's like, "Oh, sure." He pulled it out. He put it on. People who drop off, if anybody in the house orders food, the people dropping it off rarely are wearing masks, which makes me crazy. But just do your best to keep yourself safe. Okay? We'll get through this. Of that, I have no doubt. All right. All right, 39. Greta had a question. And I laughed out loud. I literally laughed out loud when I read this. Will Marjorie Traitor Greene get reelected? Okay. Does she want to run for president? I don't know why I just find that hysterical. Marjorie Traitor Greene. Does she want to run for president? I gotta start there. Where are you? Where are you? Sorry, I can't find the energy. Where are you? She's tired. She's very tired. running around the country with Gates. All this other stuff she's dealing with. Usually it's her ire that can keep her going. It's like she's fueled by bitterness. Her unending source of, fuel is bitterness. But she's tired. But she's not going to give up. Ace of Pentacles. Well, she can raise money. She's proven that. I would give this woman money. Well, I mean, I have 2 older sisters who are actually quite a bit older than I am, and siblings, the people in the world who are completely immune to whatever charms you may have. I know there are some siblings who are very, very close, but I find in general, on the whole, it's like, I love you, and I would face a lion for you and to protect you and your kids and this whole thing, but anyway, there was a reason I was telling you that. Oh, one of my sisters, I won't say which one, when we were young, when she was a young teen, and so I was just not. Anyway, the point is, it should be like, oh, give her money for the bus. So, it's like, so she's not with us. That's what it should say. Can we give her money for the bus? And she wasn't serious. It was just this dismissive. Excuse me. So that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, she can raise money. Who would give her money? Oh, well, except for the bus. I'd give her money for the bus. It meant she was leaving. Anyway. Maria says, I'll buy a beautiful rosé wine the day Marjorie Traitor Greene gets sacked out on the curb. Yep. All right. A little bit on the defensive there, but still fighting back in her fascist ways. Page of Cups. She thinks Democrats are corrupt and weak and let me see. I think I know what that means, but she wants to kick everything they're doing down because she's belligerent, selfish, and a fascist. But she was taken off her committees. And it's turning out to be a bigger problem than she thought it would be. Because she was thinking, hey, that just gives me all this free time to raise money and do my own thing. There's power she's missing out on, and influence she's missing out on. President? Not even close. Not even close. Rottweiler for president. And Rottweilers can be cute. I mean, it depends. She's not by choice. There is nothing about this woman where she could not choose to be different, choose to be kind. But she wakes up every day and chooses fascism. There's something about her being taken off committees. It's central to something that's messing her up. I can't imagine what. Page of Swords. Trump victory, fascist victory, money. But that's the end of a chapter. This is an end to her. She keeps fighting, but it feels like she's off the table. She's out of government. Yep. So president, not a chance. Is she going to be reelected? This gets a little more murky. This is she on drugs? Not like Sniffy Jr. But there might be some things she's taking that she shouldn't. Entertainment only. This reading on the collective energy. Floating Lotus, maybe steroids. Who knows? Yeah, Greta suggested that too. Growth hormones. Page of Cups. Again, the weak little Democrats. Page of Swords. Is she going to get reelected? 10 of Swords. Depends who they run. The options are, of course, 3 of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. You've got legal troubles. Lady, you've got legal troubles. You got big. You think you're the bully and you're just going to bully your way through? You think you're 100 feet tall? You're not. This is all legal mess coming down on you for money reasons. So I think she may have some judicial stuff that gets in the way between here and her next election. So Linda says, I'm seeing her running in circles in her room. Yep, and that's all I want to know. We can always come back and look at her again, but for now it's like, anyway. All right, we're at about 48. Let's see what we've got here. Vicky had a question about Louisiana. And Vicky's question was, when will things get better for the people in Louisiana? My friend lives up in northern Louisiana, and things are better there because it missed. It really went sort of northeast, northeast, but southern Louisiana is still, big parts are without power and what have you. So when will things get better for Louisiana? When will things get better for Louisiana? Ten of Pentacles. It feels like the energy companies. Entergy, I think, is the big one down there. If I remember the bill, who the bill came from, because I lived in Louisiana. Ace of Swords, Justice, 10 of Wands, Star, 10 of Pentacles. All right, they're cleaning up now. They're trying to get balance back in the electrical grid. And that's the key. It's getting the balance right. And then finishing cleanup. But things are going to get much better. Things are going to sort out. They'll get things sorted out. And star card there, 10 of Cups. I know the Baton Rouge area, obviously things have changed and the aquifer underneath has taken a hit. But boy, Baton Rouge had really good water. Tap water. Back in the 90s. So things are going to be okay. And we end with this happy family here. So things are going to get better, but they've got it. They're working on the balance. They've got to get the balance right in the electrical system and finish the cleanup. But things are moving in the right direction. Good. Okay, and 50, 30. Pamela had an interesting question. Will Trump try to flee to an embassy to escape prosecution? Apparently, the question about fleeing to an embassy was from a chat earlier today on Lilac Lantern. Oh, I'd love to have her on sometime. I'll have to send her an invitation. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you. So, fleeing to an embassy. Okay, Trump, an embassy. Okay, it's a building, and it's in, like, for example, New York, but that piece of land it's on is not technically U.S. soil anymore. It's technically an extension of the sovereign land of whatever country that this building is sitting on, whatever their embassy. And so people from that country, it's a safe haven for them, and they work out visas and passport problems and things like that from other countries. Yes, I realize American land should stay American. How could we give away this land? But we didn't really just give it away, or rather, we have embassies in other countries where that bit of land is ours. And yes, I understand you think that's our divine right, but we actually had to trade, and it's for the greater good. Okay, greater good. Greater good is okay. You know what? I'm just going to stop there. Okay, I'll just read on as he's gonna. So once he figures out what an embassy is, and I don't think the concept of the greater good's ever going to sink in. So Trumpy, you're going to flee to an embassy and live in a little room like Assange? Oh, you're in trouble. Your time and your ability to do that, the time is dwindling quickly. Pardon? Yvonne, you have some kind of powers. You're a descendant from a family of witches, white witches, that place that starts with an S from years ago. I can't think of the name. Grandma Gypsy Magic Potions Shaman. Did I miss something? Are you giving readings in my chat? Okay, anyway. Go quickly and live like a hermit. Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Six of Swords. This would be more, if he was going to flee, he would flee overseas. But there's definitely a scramble at some point when justice is coming for him. There's going to be a scramble of him if he was going to flee, it would be to another country. Thank you, Pamela. So are you going to flee to another country? Hermit, and live like a hermit in a blank country. Four of Cups, Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah, no, he's gonna be facing all this legal stuff, all these investigations here. And it feels like for the rest of his days. So, Linda, do we have an extradition treaty with Russia? I believe we do not. Occasionally, we agree to exchange prisoners, but we do not have an extradition treaty to the best of my knowledge. Please correct me if I'm wrong. All of my life, my ignorance will be vast. All I can do is chip away at it every day. Okay, 5530. Where are we? Let's just say 56. Will there ever really be separation of church and state in the U.S.? Yes, please. That would be nice. Okay, thanks. Oh, Michael, I understand a hermit's life is not too bad, but not for Trump. And remember how many of his accounts are going to be frozen. All right. Will there ever truly be separation of church and state in the U.S.? I'm getting water and bubbles. I'm getting, like inside a snow globe, you get like little plastic buildings that are supposed to be like New York City or whatever. Forget the globe. I'm just seeing the plastic buildings and water and bubbles, which makes me think climate change, things like we're going to have other things to worry about. And this kind of penny ante, I'm not going to make a cake for a gay couple stuff is just going to be like, I'm sorry, you just wasted the court's time. Get out. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of environmental stuff coming, and we got stuff to do. Disappointment, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. They're going to try on the right and try to kick down democratic stuff, and we lose some battles. But we're in the center, and this is the rise of democratic power. And rather than this feeling like, oh, it's a thief, they'll keep things messed up, this actually feels like laws being taken away from these groups fighting these kinds of battles. Like there's a law there that stops them. You can't just do stuff like that. There are laws, and you can't take that. You good luck taking that to court. That's what I'm getting. That there's others. It isn't this. Some of the stuff they're doing now, and they've been doing for the last however long, it's not going to be possible in the future. They change laws. And there's so much other stuff to do. So anyway, that's what I'm getting for that. And there is a lot coming. There's a lot coming. There's going to be a lot more coming in our. So relax where you can. Take a deep breath where you can. We're going to be okay. We're going to get through it. But there's a lot. All right, 5930. Here we go. Charlie has a question. 5930. All right, so save that. Charlie had the question, Attorney General Merrick Garland dropping the axe on the Texas abortion law, but what about voting rights? Because I'm pretty sure Abbott's already signed limiting voting rights into law. It's really quite frustrating. Put that there. It's very frustrating. Right, Merrick Garland. Biden administration, you're going after Texas for this, for limiting women's health care. Are you also going to go after them for voting rights? Let's see here. Are we signing today, says Charlie? Jeez. Garland DOJ. What you doing? Institutions. One institution against each other, and it's also federal versus state. Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Two of Wands. Chariot. Fool. This is going to be a big fight. Both are going to be a big fight. This is deciding who can communicate and who can't. This is Republicans fighting for their beliefs, even though it's causing immense strain and heartache and trouble and worry. But this is the DOJ. This is justice coming. And this is people in Texas who think they can just, people on the far right in Texas who think they can just do whatever they want. Oh, nay. Because this is right between this, how you want things to be and what do you think what you're going to do. Right in the middle, right between the two is the Chariot coming, blocking your way and diverting you in a big way. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm sorry, Andrea. I've got my questions for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here. It's first come, first serve. Okay. All right. So Maria had a question. We're at 103. Oh, will the Taliban, the Talibs, get a backlash of what they sowed? No technology, things breaking down, etc. Will the Taliban, will there be a backlash against the Taliban because they're cruel and incompetent? There be backlash against the Taliban. Not for a while. It doesn't feel like, but let's see. Eight of Wands. Far right authoritarianism. A lot of it. Thank you, Phi. Seven of Cups. Emperor. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you. I appreciate that. The Death cards. Page of Wands. High Priestess. There's actually, there are a lot of young people in Afghanistan, and they want more opportunities. They want to see the world. They get on the internet, and obviously not all of them can, but they'll do it behind people's backs if they have to, because this idea of this authoritarianism, it doesn't hold weight anymore. That's ending. That's the old way of doing things. But the young people are coming up, and they want more. And the more established and difficult this is, the more you're just pressuring these people to act out even more. So backlash for things breaking down or lack of technology, I think there will be some, but it's going to be a growing frustration. So Good luck. Good luck, kids. All right. Well, believe it or not. Oh, thank you, Thelma. Those are my 12 questions for today. I did 12. And I'm so grateful that you're here today. Thank you. All right. So it is, gosh, it's only about 1:16 in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over at the Book Art Media channel. And Black and Orange is a production of Book Art Media, LLC. And yeah, that was fast. And I didn't think I missed anything, did I? I'll be over there. We do creative sprints. If there's anything creative you want to work on, just come on over. And in the afternoon, we do 4 25-minute sprints, just focusing on our creative projects. And then between those quiet sprints, we just encourage each other and whatnot. So you're always welcome. Okay, 1, 2. Oops, no, it jumped. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's all 12. All right. Well, in that case, other than that, I will be back here tomorrow. I'm here every day of the year. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hang in there. There are good days ahead. There are. Okay. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow.